Everybody, I'm back for a vinyl update. Yeah, it's been a while since I've done this. I feel like I say a lot. I kind of wanted to get in another video in between, like when I do the Wasted Tape series. It still feels kind of weird to like put them back to back. Anyway, yeah, I haven't made one of these in a bit because I just haven't been buying too much vinyl. Hold on one second, that might be a little bit loud. Okay, turn that down a little bit. Yeah, I haven't bought as much vinyl lately, I think, because I've been spending a lot doing up my room, my new office, and just trying to save up more money, of course, and I'm pretty happy with like my collection right now. I mean, there's tons and tons of things I'd like to own or I would get if I saw at places, but for the most part, I'm just enjoying what I own and listening to what I have all the time. I have still been buying a bunch of books and reading a lot. Maybe I'll do a haul video on that because, like, right behind me, my room's clean except for this big pile of new books right next to, like, my lounge area. All kinds of cool stuff. So maybe I'll show that in another video. But yeah, like I said, not as much vinyl. There's still tons of stuff I want to show off. So yeah, I guess let's get into it. What we're listening to is a really awesome mixtape that Ben Brain Smasher made from his YouTube channel, Ben Brain Smasher. It is called Necromantic Full Moon Rituals, and he gave these away in a contest, I do believe. And I got one, and it is 18 out of 25. Look at that. Hand numbered, handwritten. Let's see if I can focus a little. This is actually one of my first times listening to this. Just like I said, my tape player has only just recently been set up like this because I've been rearranging my room so like everything could be set up properly, so I could just walk over to my record player, just walk over my tape player without any like connecting each time I want to use a certain machine, and just turn it on and go for it. So the office has been redone for that, so I haven't had time to really listen to a lot of tapes because of that, but now I can, and I've been excited to listen to this. This is basically, look at this awesome, like, DIY J card. A lot of love and care went into this. This is wicked cool. Really awesome description. Ben says, I was inspired to put this mix together by the ungod rehearsal track at the start. The pure raw tone of the band performing with just the right amount of clarity to let the song just exist, unencumbered by pretense. And I agree, the first track was really good. This is just like pure lo-fi black metal bliss, what I'm listening to. Like, I'm just really enjoying it. I'm not too well versed in a lot of black metal. As you know, noise and harsh noise is more my take, so you might recognize some of these groups, but I always love hearing it. It's wicked good. If I had to say my favorite black metal, just basic stuff. I really love Inquisition. I really enjoy the lead singer's voice. I really like that. I like Portal. Obviously, I love Lurker, Chalice. Of course, Leviathan. More like, I like the melancholy of Leviathan, but, yeah, I mean, cool stuff, but enough of that. Let's talk about what I got. I did get this the other day. This is a recent buy. I don't usually buy a lot of new stuff, but I love Boris, and I've been wanting to get this for a while. This is a reissue of Boris Akuma no Uta. You would think me knowing Japanese, I would pronounce that a little bit better, maybe. Here's the back cover. Very cool. And Third Man Records reissued this, which is very cool, so this will probably sound good. But if you dig Sabbath Worship, Comets and Fire, Acid, Leading Children, Ashtray, and Boris. Definitely Black Sabbath Worship. If you don't know Boris, they are a Japanese drone metal group, but they kind of vary in a lot of sounds. They can go from like noise rock to drone to like Japanese heavy rock. Really cool stuff. This is such a fantastic album. This is one of my favorites. I have such fond memories of this, listening to this in the super summer heat of Boston, just walking through the city. It's just heavy. It's great in all the best ways. Like how you want drone to sound. It just like feels so heavy on your head and your mind, and minimal vocals, but they go really, such the second track, it goes really, really well with the music. Yeah, if you're looking to get into drone or like on the heavier side of music, I think Boris, you can't go on listening to Boris anyway. I would definitely check this out. And the reissues were wicked cheap too. This was like, at least where I've seen them, they're like $20, which I mean, yeah, $20 I guess for music. That's pricey for some people, but it's not bad. So yeah, let me go for a personal favorite that a lot might not know. This is Jackie O Motherfucker with Flags of the Sacred Harp. Now, this isn't what the cover looks like. The actual cover looks like a kind of like a textile, a rug kind of pattern. It's just like a pattern. So I'm not quite sure what this is actually. I'm trying to think of the word for it, since it's just like a white version of the record. I can't think of the word, what they call these. I don't want to say promo. I'm having a major brain fart. But it's a double LP. It sounds great. I got this from Deep Thoughts in Boston. Or Deep Thoughts is more like a Jamaica Plain. But Jackie O Motherfucker is a American, I believe, like neo-folk group, more like freak folk. They're more, if you like stuff like Big Blood, stuff off of like Michael Gira's label, that kind of stuff. Really weird, experimental, like Americana folk, but also like it'll just head into like noise territory. There's just like weird ambient noise drone attacks, but like mixed up with really, really beautiful acoustic work. I really love the first track. The track, Hello, I think it's called Mr. Sky. I think it says right on the records. Nice One is the opening track. It is wicked good. They're all good. All the tracks are good. I don't usually get albums that I don't enjoy, like at least 95% of the tracks. Good Morning Captain, Loud and Mighty. This is the second disc. Let's see. I don't just like tossing my records around. I don't care. See me. Yeah, Hey Mr. Sky. If you don't enjoy the first 3 songs, then it might not be for you. But if you do, then you might enjoy some good freak folk, and I can always suggest more. This is just so good. And I think I know they have more work. I just haven't listened to it. Because they're kind of on the down low, so some of their stuff's a little bit hard to find, but definitely seek it out if you can. His name is Jackie O Motherfucker. Right there, I like the stamping. I can't believe I found that. I was so excited to see that for cheap too, and not a lot of people know that one, and I love sharing it to others, and they're always like blown away. They're like, wow. I'm like, yeah, it's looking good. So, on that note, for Freak Folk, here is another record I couldn't believe that I found in just kind of your run-of-the-mill standard record store that kind of seemed like it kind of just had your run-of-the-mill records, and you know what I mean by that, kind of unorganized mess. But I saw this, and I couldn't believe it. This is a Paavoharju record. If you don't know, Paavoharju is a Finnish group. I believe it's 2 brothers. And how do I even explain this? It's like electronic folk, like it's freak folk mixed in with ambient noise, drone, electronic sounds. Speaking of Ben Braden Slasher, I actually sent him another album of theirs, and I think he reviewed it on one of his videos. But yeah, that one's a bit more iconic than this one. I can't think of the name because it's in Finnish. It means like the darkness. It's like super long, but the Finnish language is very beautiful. So I love seeing the words. This is on a label called Phonal Records, which I am trying to currently like basically listen to everything that's on that label. Here is a beautiful insert. Kind of their whole aesthetic. Oh, that's right. This was the record sleeve. I took it out because I put things in lo-fi sleeves, and if you can see on the labels, they look wicked nice too. They got like cursive writing, or almost looks like it's handwritten. It's not, but it's made to look that way, which is wicked cool. I can't think of the name of these albums. I think it's on here, but it's in Finnish, like I said, so it's kind of hard to pronounce. As you can see, there is the phonal record, like logo, label, yeah, logo. And it kind of looks like a weird, like braille kind of texture. I got a CD too that's also from Phonal Records. Basically, I wanted to show you guys this because anything off this label that I've heard or that you can find is worth your time and checking it out. I'll see if we can get a better view of that. So if you see anything with this Phonal Records, I would definitely suggest it. It's got a little plastic little, I guess, obi strip. This is Tuusanuuskat. I can't even begin. Finnish is something that I don't think I can even pretend to pronounce. Oh, that's not gonna focus. Come on. Okay. I apologize. It's not gonna focus. But if you go to Discogs and look up Phonal Records, Fonal, then I think you should be able to find it and see all this stuff. It's wicked good. Again, this one doesn't really have like the freak folk edge to it, but it's definitely like super heavy electronic sound, but it's great. It's kind of noisy, but it's very approachable if you like kind of just very experimental electronic. I mean, there's a lot of very experimental Finnish electronic out there, like O, which was one part of Pansonic. So if you kind of like know that sound, or like the Raster Norton sounds, then I would definitely suggest this or stuff on Phonal Records. Paavoharju kind of has that sound sometimes, but add some more freak folk elements to it. Okay, from that same store, I also found this, which is crazy to me. This is Inca Ore. I believe this is called Birthday and Bless You. Yeah, Birthday and Bless You. Inca Ore is kind of in that field of experimental female singers like Grouper. Oh, I am just tossing everything tonight. The singer Grouper. Me personally, I know a lot of people really, really love Grouper, and they are wicked talented, and I can always appreciate the aesthetic and the music, but I kind of can't listen to a whole album of just like overly angelic music and overly angelic sad female vocal like through the whole thing. It's just, that's all it is. It just starts to get very homogenized sounding to me. It's like, it's just overly pretty. It's like, I get it. I like a little bit of, different sounds going on in the album. And it sucks because I really wanted to get into Grouper. I tried really hard. And the album name Dragging a Dead Deer Up the Hill is like the coolest album name ever. And it sucks because I'm just like, I can't get into this. But if you are into that and you appreciate the same kind of really lovely, like experimental female singing, but you want like a little bit more than just pretty, then I would suggest Inca Ore. Like, a bit more darker, some experimental sounds, some just pure noisy ambient tracks, and really interesting, awesome, like, female sounded vocals. Let's see if there's anything on the back. I want to say there was, yes, got an insert, just says Dad. I can't think what label Inca Ore is on. They have quite a few albums. They also kind of, I don't know why, they kind of remind me, show that back again, of like natural snow buildings, if that makes sense, like the ambient stuff of natural snow buildings. I don't know, their same like vibe and aesthetic just really reminds me of them, which if you don't know natural snow buildings, I would definitely suggest them. They have a few very long albums. I think Daughters of Darkness is like 8 hours long, but you can't go wrong listening to it. It's wicked good. Really, really lovely, just experimental ambient stuff, I guess is the best way to put it. And last, this was actually a gift for me because I actually didn't know that our old pal, JG Thirlwell, Jimbo had reissued this because I wasn't following him on his website. Yeah, he reissued the very first You've Got Fetus on Your Breath album, which is insanely cool. Yeah, you might recognize it more for this cover. So cool. The album is Death, of course. This is one of my, if you watch my video, I actually tried to review pretty much every mainstream Fetus album, or main, like, Scraping Fetus Off the Wheel album. No, I tried to review a little bit of his side projects too, basically what I had, which is like piles of CDs. And if you know, Death is in my top 5, because I really love it. There's just so many great tracks, and it's on such a perfect red color. I feel like a lot of records that go red aren't this like exact shade of just fire truck red, or just, I don't know, fetus red. It's perfect. Of course, today I started slogging again. Like, I love that song. That's one of my favorite just Fetus songs ever. Zadaline, New York of us, New York. It's great. I am surrounded by incompetence. I'd probably check that. If I tell you to check out one track on this album, it'd probably be Today I Started Slogging Again, or I Am Surrounded by Incompetence. I would check that out. But yeah, if you don't know, Scraping Fetus Off the Wheel is J.G. Thirlwell's main project. The guy does a lot of soundtracks, including a soundtrack for the Venture Brothers. He is actually a very infamous industrial cat. Even though he doesn't want to be called industrial, he is. Don't let him lie to you. And I figured I'd show 2 CDs. I don't think I showed these. I might have, but I'll show them again because they're wicked cool. These are 2 Italian compilations. It's called Beat at Cinecittà. I'm probably going to get yelled at if I pronounce this. But these are compilations from Italian films. Look at that photography and artwork. So good. And yeah, they do a really good job too, just like the placement of the songs and what they pick. I think this one's my favorite so far, Volume 3. I don't have Volume 2, this is Volume 1. I think there's like 4 volumes. And basically you get like booklets and photos and stuff about the tracks and the movies. It's so cool. I love Italian movies. You guys know that. I am a genre freak. I spend way too much on that stuff. Although I missed out on Vinegar Syndrome's Valentine's Day sale. You can see the CD. Very cool. It's like a woman tied up. They just did such a good job. Yeah, I would check these out. Definitely just great tracks. The second track on here, like I get my head, I get stuck in my head all the time. It's excellent. Yeah, so this is on a label called Crippled Dick Hot Wax. And they do, I think, a lot of adult film scores too. They kind of do a lot of porn soundtracks, which is very cool. I'd like to own all that. Look at those covers. Super, super cool. I think I learned about these because there's a What's in My Bag. Well, I like Italian soundtracks too, anyway, but I didn't know there was compilations. I believe there was a What's in My Bag where Eric Andre actually gets these, and I saw these in the CD store. Like, what? I'm like, I wanted these. Look how cool that is. And then, of course, Italians with their beautiful women and their beautiful cars. Super cool. Yeah, if you want to maybe get into Italian film score, maybe even just like a gateway into like Italian prog or Italo disco, I would say yes to these compilations. Yeah, it's a little bit of booby, but I think I can show it. Great stuff. Oh, look at that! Look how cool that is. I've seen quite a few of these films. Some of them are they're not that good, but the soundtrack's great. You know what's another way to learn a lot about Italian film soundtracks specifically, which I didn't expect, is the I don't feel like reaching it. Is the book on Goblin, the band Goblin that does a lot of the Argento film soundtracks. It kind of goes in like depth of like a lot of other Italian film scores, which is very interesting and very cool. So just a wealth of information. But yeah, that's what I have to show. I hope you enjoy it. I know I'm a bit rambly, and I wish I could describe things a little bit better, especially the Boris album. It's just good drone. That's what you need to know. But yeah, as always, thank you for watching. Again, thanks, Ben, for making such an awesome compilation. It's really cool. I'm gonna have that on while I play Stardew Valley. But yes, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.